Have you ever wondered why you wake up feeling heavy, foggy, or just a little off, like something inside your body is working against you? What if I told you that feeling isn't just getting older, but the first quiet cry for help from the two organs that keep you alive every single second? Your kidneys. Right now, as you're watching this, they might already be struggling in silence, filtering thicker blood, pushing against rising creatinine, fighting to stay alive while showing almost no symptoms. And most people never realize it until it's far too late. Every afternoon, fatigue, every puffiness under your eyes, every dull ache in your lower back, those aren't random. They're signals that your GFR, your kidney filtration rate, is starting to slip. Once that number drops, there's no magic pill to bring it back. That's why millions of Americans end up shocked when their doctor suddenly says, your kidney function is declining. But here's the truth. Most doctors never tell you you don't have to wait for that moment. Science has already proven that 5 simple morning habits done before your first sip of coffee can lower creatinine, improve GFR, and help your kidneys heal themselves naturally. No drugs, no expensive supplements, no waiting for bad news. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through those 5 habits, each backed by real clinical studies, so you can wake up tomorrow knowing your kidneys are finally getting the care they've been begging for. Because healing doesn't start at the hospital. It starts the moment you open your eyes. When you first open your eyes in the morning, what's the very first thing your kidneys feel? Not sunlight, not movement, but dehydration. 8 straight hours without water turns your blood thicker than it should be, like trying to pump syrup through a coffee filter. That's why so many people wake up feeling foggy, stiff, and swollen around the eyes. It's not age. It's a silent signal that your kidneys are struggling to push waste through a system that's running on empty. One of my patients, Robert, 62 years old, used to start every morning with black coffee. He thought it helped him wake up. But over time, his lab test told a different story. His creatinine crept from 1.4 to 1.8 FUDL, and his GFR dropped below 60. He blamed stress, maybe his diet, but the truth was simpler. His kidneys were begging for water long before that caffeine ever hit his bloodstream. When we changed just one thing, 16 ounces of room temperature water within 15 minutes of waking his next checkup shocked him. His creatinine fell back to 1.3, and his morning fatigue disappeared within weeks. And this isn't just one man's story. A review from the University of Wollongong analyzed 68 clinical trials involving more than 2,000 people. The result? Consistent morning hydration lowered creatinine by an average of 0.43 millirene per deciliter in only 12 weeks. That's like giving your kidneys a fresh start every sunrise. Room temperature water matters too. Cold water shocks your digestive system. Hot water diverts blood flow away from the kidneys. But water that matches your body's natural warmth slips straight into your bloodstream, thinning it, gently flushing out overnight toxins, stabilizing blood pressure, and clearing the mental haze you thought was just part of getting older. If you want your kidneys to work like the high-tech filters they truly are, this is your first command: hydrate before anything else touches your lips. Not coffee, not juice, not even your phone. Just water, because the first 10 minutes after waking decide how your kidneys will perform the rest of the day. But only knowing this isn't enough, because your body doesn't run on water alone. Once that first rush of hydration reaches your kidneys, they crave something else: movement. And the next habit will show you how a few slow stretches can send fresh oxygen straight into those overworked filters. Don't blink, because what happens inside your back muscles in the next few minutes might just surprise you. Once your kidneys feel that first wave of hydration, there's one thing they desperately need: next: circulation. Think of them as 2 small sponges tucked deep behind your back. After 8 hours of lying flat, blood flow to those filters slows to a crawl. That's why so many people wake up stiff, foggy, and bloated. Their kidneys are literally starved for oxygen. One of my favorite patients, Linda, a retired teacher, used to joke that she moved like a robot every morning. She had normal labs, but constant fatigue. When I asked about her morning, she said, "I drink my water, then sit." That was the problem. The kidneys can't heal if your blood stays still. So we added one simple thing: 10 minutes of gentle morning yoga. No gym, no sweating, just slow breathing and spinal movement. Within a month, her swelling vanished, her energy returned, and her creatinine dropped from 1.5 to 1.2. Here's why it works. Movement acts like a natural pump for your kidneys. When you arch, twist, and breathe deeply, you literally squeeze out stagnant blood and replace it with oxygen-rich flow. The cat-cow stretch, arching your spine up like an angry cat, then down like a relaxed cow, massages the kidneys from the outside while improving circulation from the inside. The seated spinal twist wrings toxins out of your mid-back area, sending fresh blood straight into the renal arteries. Science backs this up too. A meta-analysis reviewing 78 studies found that people who maintain light, consistent physical activity had an 18% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease. You don't need to run marathons. Even 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement is enough to wake up the filters that keep you alive. It's not about burning calories, it's about reviving blood flow. Have you ever noticed that the mornings when you skip stretching are the same days your energy crashes before lunch? That's not coincidence. Your kidneys mirror your circulation. If blood flow stagnates, so does filtration. So tomorrow, before you touch your phone or your coffee roll, your shoulders stretch, your spine. Breathe in slowly and imagine those two small sponges soaking up oxygen again. But only knowing this isn't enough, because your kidneys don't just need movement, they need fuel. The right breakfast within the first hour after waking can either calm inflammation or quietly destroy your filtration rate. And what you'll discover next might change how you see your morning meal forever. Because even the healthy breakfast foods you trust could be quietly forcing your kidneys to work overtime. Now that your body is hydrated and your kidneys are awake, there's one more thing they're waiting for: fuel. And not just any fuel. The first meal you eat within an hour of waking decides whether your kidneys will spend the rest of the day healing or fighting for survival. Most people start their mornings with what looks like a healthy breakfast: coffee, cereal, toast, maybe a muffin on the go. But behind those quick bites hides a silent overload of sodium, refined carbs, and phosphorus, three enemies that quietly suffocate kidney function. I'll never forget Margaret, a 59-year-old nurse who came to me shocked by her lab results. "I don't understand," she said. "I eat clean. I drink water. I don't even like junk food." But every morning she grabbed whole grain toast with cheese and a latte, thinking it was harmless. Her sodium intake was tripling before 9 a.m. and her phosphorus from dairy was silently inflaming her kidneys. When we swapped that routine for something simpler, scrambled egg whites with berries and a slice of low-sodium bread, her creatinine began to drop within 6 weeks. Her afternoon crashes vanished and the puffiness around her eyes disappeared completely. She didn't need more medication. She just needed the right morning chemistry. Science confirms this shift isn't small, it's massive. The Karolinska Institute tracked over 2.7 million participants and discovered that those who consumed antioxidant-rich, low-sodium, low-phosphorus breakfasts had a 22% lower risk of chronic kidney disease. Why? Because foods like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries flood your system with anthocyanins, tiny compounds that protect kidney cells from oxidative stress. Egg whites offer clean protein without the phosphorus burden of yolks, while apples, watermelon, and grapes provide gentle potassium levels your kidneys can handle with ease. Here's something most people never think about. Breakfast isn't just about energy, it's about inflammation control. Processed foods ignite small fires in your body that force your kidneys to work overtime, while fresh, colorful foods calm those fires before they spread. Your morning plate should look simple but vibrant: whites, reds, greens, and purples. Each color tells your kidneys, "You're safe today." Have you ever noticed that when you start the day with sugar or heavy carbs, you crash by noon? That's your kidneys screaming for balance. But when you give them antioxidants, fiber, and clean protein, you don't just feel full, you feel stable. Still, knowing what to eat is only half the battle, because there's something even more powerful that silently sabotages kidney function every morning, and it has nothing to do with food. It's stress. The moment your alarm rings, your kidneys are already responding to invisible hormones that can choke their blood flow. And that's exactly what we're about to fix next, because this next habit can calm your kidneys faster than any pill ever could. You can eat perfectly, drink the right water, and move every morning. But if you wake up anxious, your kidneys are still under attack. Because stress isn't just an emotion, it's chemistry. The moment your alarm rings, your brain fires cortisol and adrenaline through your bloodstream. Those hormones constrict the tiny vessels in your kidneys, cutting blood flow by nearly 30% within minutes. So even while you're sitting still, your kidneys are gasping for oxygen as if you were sprinting uphill. I remember Thomas, a 65-year-old engineer, who came to me convinced he was doing everything right. He hydrated, stretched, ate clean, but his numbers kept slipping. When I asked about his mornings, he laughed. I wake up, check my emails, panic, then drink coffee. There it was. His day started in fight or flight mode every single morning. We replaced those first 5 minutes with a breathing ritual, simple, quiet, science-backed. 6 weeks later, his blood pressure dropped by 12 points, and his GFR started climbing again. Here's what happens when you breathe the right way. Slow diaphragmatic breathing activates your vagus nerve, the master switch that turns off stress mode and turns on healing mode. When you inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6, your heart rate slows, your blood vessels open, and your kidneys finally receive the steady circulation they've been craving. Clinical trials show that just 5 to 10 minutes of this practice each morning can significantly lower cortisol and improve kidney filtration markers in as little as 6 weeks. So here's your challenge tomorrow morning. Before you touch your phone, sit on the edge of your bed, 1 hand on your chest, 1 on your belly. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold, then release for 6. Feel your belly rise and fall like a calm tide. That's not just relaxation, it's blood returning to the organs that keep you alive. Have you ever noticed that when you start the day stressed, everything feels heavier? Your thoughts, your body, even your heartbeat. That's because your kidneys mirror your emotions. When you relax, they heal. When you rush, they suffocate. This isn't spiritual, it's biological. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's one more hidden habit that could quietly undo everything you've built so far. It's something most people reach for every morning, thinking it helps them wake up, when in truth, it's silently dehydrating their kidneys and pushing their blood pressure higher. And once you hear what it is and what to replace it with, you might never look at your morning cup the same way again. Now let's talk about something millions of people reach for every single morning: coffee. That comforting cup, the aroma, the ritual. But here's the hidden truth for your kidneys: that ritual can feel like a storm. Because right after you've calmed your body with breathing and hydration, caffeine hits like a wave of pressure. It spikes cortisol again, raises your blood pressure, and pulls precious water from your bloodstream at the exact moment your kidneys need it most. When my patient Helen came to me, she was proud of her routine. "Doctor, I drink plenty of water, I stretch, I even meditate, but I can't function without my coffee." Her creatinine was hovering at 1.6, and her blood pressure stayed stubbornly high. We made one small shift: replace the first cup of coffee with nettle tea, a natural kidney-supporting herbal infusion that reduces inflammation without dehydration. Within 8 weeks, her creatinine dropped to 1.3 and her morning anxiety vanished. She didn't quit caffeine overnight, she phased it out slowly. That's the secret: progress, not punishment. Here's what science says. Caffeine acts as a diuretic. It forces your kidneys to excrete more water, leading to microdehydration, even when you think you're hydrated. It also triggers short bursts of adrenaline and norepinephrine, which constrict blood vessels. A 2023 cardiovascular review found that chronic overstimulation from caffeine raises filtration pressure inside the kidneys and accelerates nephron wear and tear, especially in adults over 55. The result: higher creatinine, faster GFR decline, and the illusion of energy masking real fatigue. The best alternatives are the ones nature designed to heal instead of hype. Nettle tea and dandelion root tea both support gentle detoxification. Nettle soothes inflammation and replenishes minerals your kidneys lose under stress. Dandelion root acts as a mild natural diuretic that encourages toxin removal without straining filtration. You still get that warm, comforting ritual, but now it's one that restores instead of robs. If the thought of giving up coffee sounds impossible, don't. Start by swapping 1 cup a week. Add lemon or cinnamon to herbal tea to trick your senses into the same satisfaction. Within days, you'll notice steadier energy, calmer focus, and clearer skin, because your kidneys are finally working with you, not against you. Have you ever wondered why you feel that crash an hour after your coffee wears off? That's not just caffeine fading. It's your body losing hydration and balance. When you break that loop, your energy becomes self-sustaining, and your kidneys quietly thank you every morning. But only knowing this isn't enough because the real transformation happens when all 5 habits come together: hydration, movement, nourishment, breathing, and balance. And when you hear how they connect to rebuild your kidneys day after day, you'll understand why healing doesn't start in a doctor's office. It starts the moment you open your eyes. So here's where it all comes together. Because drinking the right water, stretching, eating clean, breathing deeply, and calming your caffeine intake mean nothing if you can't make them a rhythm, your rhythm. Healing your kidneys isn't about one miracle moment. It's about stacking small victories every morning until they become your new normal. When my patient Robert first started this journey, he was overwhelmed. Doctor, 5 habits, I'll forget half before breakfast. So we made it simple. Week 1, just water, 2 minutes. Done. Week 2, add movement. 5 minutes of slow stretching while your kettle warms. Week 3, eat smarter. 1 swap berries instead of toast. Week 4, 5 minutes of breathing before tea. No stress, no guilt. By week 6, he wasn't trying anymore. It was automatic. His creatinine had dropped, his GFR improved, and for the first time in years, he said, "I feel light again." That's the power of compound healing. Science confirms what he felt. Behavioral studies show that consistent microhabits can rewire your nervous system in as little as 21 days, lowering systemic inflammation and stabilizing kidney function markers long-term. It's not just what you do, it's the order you do it in. Morning routines synchronize your circadian rhythm, boost endothelial function, and regulate the hormonal cycles that control kidney blood flow. You're not just fixing numbers on a lab sheet, you're teaching your body to heal itself. So tomorrow, before the noise of the day begins, give yourself 20 quiet minutes. Water, movement, colorful food, calm breathing, herbal tea, repeat. You'll start to notice your mornings feel cleaner, lighter, like your body finally remembered what balance feels like. And here's the truth, your kidneys never stopped working for you, even on the days you forgot to work for them. They filtered every heartbeat, every late night, every stress. Now it's your turn to give back. But only knowing this isn't enough because the journey doesn't end with morning. It continues through the night. And in the next video, we'll explore the 3 bedtime foods that can actually help your kidneys repair while you sleep. Because healing isn't something you wait for, it's something you practice one sunrise at a time. So here's what I want you to remember. Healing your kidneys doesn't happen overnight, it happens one morning at a time. You don't need perfection, you just need consistency. Every glass of water, every stretch, every calm breath is a small vote for your future health. And if today you learned even one thing that makes you feel more in control of your body, then you've already taken the first real step toward healing. Take care of yourself the way your kidneys have been taking care of you all these years, quietly, faithfully, without giving up. Because you deserve to feel strong, clear-minded, and alive again. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, save it so you can come back to it whenever you need a reset. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell because every week I share the newest medical insights and practical routines to protect your kidneys and keep your health thriving naturally. Remember, your kidneys have never stopped working for you. Now it's time to work for them. You're not getting older, you're getting wiser. Start tomorrow morning and let every sunrise be a reminder that healing is still possible. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll uncover the nighttime secrets that help your kidneys repair while you sleep.